name is Silveru Upendar, Assistant Professor in the Department of Pharmaceutical Engineering, B.V. Raju Institute of Technology, Narsapur. Course name is Principles and Applications of Heat Transfer. Topic name is today's introduction. Syllabus of this course. First unit has two parts. In the first part, modes of heat transfer are discussed. They are conduction, convection and radiation, and their definitions with the equations are discussed. In the second part, heat transfer by conduction in solid materials are discussed, and in this Fourier's law and heat transfer rate calculation through the plane wall, composite wall and hollow cylinder, hollow spheres at steady state condition, and also unsteady state heat transfer through the solid materials. Second unit is principles of heat flow in fluids. In this unit, working principles of typical heat exchanger equipment is discussed, and different flow patterns in the heat exchangers and energy balance equations, heat transfer rate, logarithmic mean temperature difference between fluids, and overall heat transfer coefficient and individual heat transfer coefficient relation. Further, critical radius of insulation is discussed. Third unit has two parts. In the first part, mainly third unit is discussed convection heat transfer rate. In the first part, heat transfer to fluids without phase change. In that, forced convection heat transfer in laminar flow and turbulent flow. Analogies between transfer of momentum and heat are discussed. Next part of the third unit is discussed natural convection. In this, natural convection heat transfer rate calculation for vertical shapes and horizontal planes. Fourth unit has three parts. In the first part, heat transfer to fluids with phase change. In this, mechanisms for the condensation of condensing vapors and boiling liquids are discussed. Second part of the fourth unit is discussed heat exchange equipment. In this, different heat exchanger equipments are discussed. Heat exchangers effectiveness is discussed. Third part of fourth unit is evaporators. In this, single effect evaporators and multiple effect evaporators and their performance is discussed. In the fifth unit, radiation. In this, introduction, properties and definitions of black body radiation, radiation for real surfaces, absorption of radiation by opaque solids, radiation between the surfaces with shield and without shield, radiation to semi-transparent materials, and also combined heat transfer by conduction, convection and radiation. Textbooks for this course are Unit Operations of Chemical Engineering, and another one is Heat Transfer by J.P. Holman. These are the reference textbooks. Course outcome. Prerequisites for this course are material and energy balance computations. Course outcome. First course outcome is classify the modes of heat transfer and calculate heat transfer rate for conduction in plane, composite walls, cylinder and sphere. And second outcome is the relation calculation of overall and individual heat transfer coefficients. Third outcome is calculation of heat transfer coefficient for forced convection using various correlations and analogies. Fourth outcome is different types of heat exchangers, condensers, evaporators. Fifth outcome is the calculation of heat transfer coefficient for radiation heat transfer coefficient. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.